wind damage reports coming out of that vicinity. So this, again, is strong indications of not only some strong straight line wind gusts a possibility, but also that potential of a tornado. You do see the yellow box as well. This is an entire severe thunderstorm warning as well. And inside that severe thunderstorm warning, that's where that tornado warning is. So if you are to the east of this entire line, you need to be in that lowest level of your home, even if you're outside of that tornado warning. I would be safe because this could cause some damage even with straight line winds with this entire line. Richmond, if you're watching, I want to zoom into Madison County really quickly. We are under a severe thunderstorm warning for you as well. Tornado possible there too. So the entire line, again, you need to be in that safe place, stay in that shelter as the system will move through pretty quickly in about 30 minutes or so. It's a fast moving cell. So let's put a track on it for you, this entire line, and see where it is heading. Jeffersonville heads up again 5:15, Stanton at 5:20, Salt Lake at 5:30, and Moorhead eventually towards you at 5:46. So this is a very strong line of storms. It has a lot of energy, a lot of lightning with it, and in it at times we have had some hail as well. Not seeing a whole lot of hail currently. It has weakened just a little bit to the south of Winchester, but still the potential for some hail and also that tornado. So we'll go back to the velocity and let you know where this is. And you can see, still seeing that rotation to the west of Jeffersonville right there. So where that green, where that red is coming together, that's where we are seeing some strong rotation. You can see winds over 50, 60, 70 miles per hour possible with this cell. And that could be a tornado that is on the ground right now to the south and west of Jeffersonville. So we are watching this crossing 11. Now that's to the east of 15. So there's that rotation right there. So if you're watching in Camargo, you need to be in your safe place as well, as this cell may eventually get towards you. So we'll back it up a little bit and show you that it is moving to the east to northeast at about 40 miles per hour. So again, we will give you a heads up. Jeffersonville, we've been talking about you. Lowest level of your home, 522. This is going to hit you. Means at 527, and then Rothwell at 533, Frenchburg at 539. So several locations in the path of this cell. So if you're watching to the east of Lexington, east of Winchester, you need to be in your safe place. This is to the south of Interstate 64 to get your bearings here. And this is to the east of Winchester, south of Mount Sterling, moving into the Jeffersonville area towards Frenchburg. So again, you need to be in your lowest level of your home in these locations. The entire region, by the way, is under a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight to the south and east of Interstate 75, around 9 o'clock tonight in Lexington, as we'll see more rounds of thunderstorms. So let's time it out for you with the Futurecast quickly. Seeing more of those storms here at 7 o'clock this evening. Notice 9 o'clock. Along I-64 points to the south. Numerous thunderstorms. Again, wind and hail, the main threats with these storms this evening. And then towards midnight, all of us will see that rain start to shut on off. So we are watching this system very closely. Again, with that tornado warning in effect currently over our region. This is to the east of the Lexington Metro right now. So lowest level of your home, that's where you need to be if you are watching. In Bath, Menifee, Montgomery, and Powell counties, this moving east at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Tornado warning until 5:30. So just about 15 minutes to go with this. And we'll see what happens if the cell weakens a little bit after that, or if the National Weather Service decides to extend that warning to the east. Once again, even outside of the tornado warning, we are watching the severe thunderstorm warning. That includes Stanton, also Richmond as well, just to the north of Irvin, and right on the edge of Sharpsburg too. Eventually this line will head towards the Moorhead area, so we'll watch it closely for you. But strong winds, the main threat with this cell, but also that potential for that tornado. So we'll go back to the velocity and let you know if this, we got an update. And yeah, we're still seeing some very strong rotation with this cell. You can see even some blues coming together here in some of the greens and reds. So right there, just south of Jeffersonville. So Jeffersonville, you need to be in that lowest level right now, the interior room along 460 here, along 213. This is right over top of you in Jeffersonville with some very strong rotation, very strong winds coming very close together. So watching that rotation here right over the Jeffersonville area right now. So we'll put, again, a track on it if you are just tuning in. Tornado warning is in effect for the Jeffersonville area, so you only have a couple more minutes there. Means at 5:24. Frenchburg, we keep talking about you, 5:36, and then Clear Creek Furnace about 5:40. So tornado warning in effect in this location. This is to the east. Again, this is to the east of Lexington, but we have had reports that there has been some damage around Versailles, also around the Lexington area, some trees coming down at least. So this is a very strong line of thunderstorms we have been tracking over the last hour or so here at Spectrum News 1. So this, again, moving very quickly. So once it moves through, it's out of your hair, but we'll watch more thunderstorms here off to the west. In fact, let's go and look at the bigger picture here on satellite and radar really quickly and show you that off to the west, we're still watching more and more rounds of thunderstorms. So eventually, all of this still has to move on through this evening into tonight. So once this moves through, that doesn't mean we're done with it. We'll watch it all the way through at least 11 o'clock midnight tonight before it starts to clear the entire state of Kentucky. So this is round one this evening that we are tracking for you here in the Weather Center. We'll go back in and look at all of the severe thunderstorm warnings. We're not alone. Much of the state, at least along the Ohio River, dealing with this, but also we're dealing with the severe weather here at home ourselves. So once again, a tornado warning reiterating until 5:30 for Bath, Menifee, Montgomery, Powell counties for the potential of a tornado right over Jeffersonville right now. Let's see if we just got an update from the Weather Service. Still seeing a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It was located over the Jeffersonville area, or 8 miles north of Stanton, and it's moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation, and that's what we're seeing here in the Weather Center as well. Some of that strong rotation over Jeffersonville. So you can see it's still coming together here as we take a look at the latest scan. It's over Jeffersonville right now. This is a little bit delayed. It takes a couple minutes for it to update. So likely over Jeffersonville, this rotation moving to the east now very quickly at 45 miles per hour. So you don't have much time. You certainly don't want to go out and look for this cell, look for the tornado. It's likely rain wrapped. You're not going to see it. It's moving very quickly. So you need to be in your safe place, again, in the lowest level of your home. That's the best place to be when we do see these storms moving on through, because you put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So we're not talking about going upstairs. We're not talking about the second level. We're talking about the lowest level. So if you have a basement, that's a great place. If you don't, that's okay. You can go into that closet or the bathroom in an interior room and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Also a great idea to protect your head as well, possibly with a pillow or a helmet if you have that. A great idea to also download the Spectrum News app as well. If you go into that interior room, you're not by your TV set, you can download that. It is free. You can watch me live on that app as well, and you will also get severe weather alerts. So it's a free download. Download the Spectrum News app if you can right now, if you are going into your safe place. Also, if you lose power, it's a great asset to have too. So let's go back to the radar. Tornado warning continues here for about another 11 minutes for Bath, Menifee, Montgomery, and Powell County. Also, don't want to lose sight that there may be some hail with this. We are seeing some of that hail trying to pop back up to the south. excuse me, to the south of Mount Sterling. So you can see some of that hail could be up to 1 inch in diameter. That can certainly cause some damage. So that's south and west of Jeffersonville currently. So going back to the velocity, there's the update for you on the latest scan. We're still seeing that strong rotation there just south of Jeffersonville, just east. So now it has moved right over Jeffersonville, moving to the east. Now, whether or not it's a tornado, we have no reports coming in as of right now from the National Weather Service. This is all indications from rotation, but we are seeing that rotation coming in here with this, at least the radar, right along 440, or rather 460, we're seeing that. So we are watching that very strong indication. Some of the blues indicating some stronger winds there with that. So that could be at least a tornado trying to form with this cell. Yesterday, we also had some tornadoes, at least that possibility of a tornado in southwestern Kentucky. So this can certainly happen again today. We have the fuel, we have the energy, a lot of moisture. We had some of that sunshine today. Yes, we had some rain earlier, but a little bit of sunshine goes a long way, and that's that fuel for the storms. And sometimes we can get that rotation with these that can spin up very quickly. So you can see a lot of lightning with this too. Let's in fact look at how much lightning we're seeing with this cell over the area, and over the last 15 minutes, over 250 lightning strikes. So this is an electric storm as it does race right over Mount Sterling, now moving to the east of you. So Salt Lick, heads up. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now because of this strong cell. In fact, we'll take a look at this severe thunderstorm warning. That's up until 5:45. That is for Bath County. It also includes Fleming, Montgomery, and Rowan counties. So until 5:45, we do have this large severe thunderstorm warning with wind gusts that could exceed 60 miles per hour. Also hail up to about 1 inch in diameter. Let's go south. I don't want to forget about you in Richmond. You aren't under a warning right now, so that's the good news, but some heavy rainfall that is moving on through Richmond along 75 to the north of Paint Lick. The severe threat is now moving to your east in Richmond right now, east of Winchester, east of Paris, Lexington. We saw, again, those storms move through. So all of the Lexington metro area currently is in the clear. This is all moving to the east at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. So you know in Lexington, Nicholasville, Madison County, at least the northern half of the county, we got hit hard with this, and now it's moving east very quickly. A lot of lightning with this, with that tornado warning. So that means it's an electric storm. It's a very strong storm. And again, we are seeing that kink there to the east of Jeffersonville. Some of that warm air getting infiltrated into the storm. It's breathing that warm air, and sometimes you get that kink, and a brief tornado can touch the ground here. So that's what we're seeing on the radar, the reflectivity. But then when you switch it over to the velocity, it indicates to us as well that there is rotation. Winds going away from the radar in the red, and then winds going towards the radar in the green. So some of that rotation, again, watching it very closely over the Jeffersonville area. And again, this is going to continue to work its way eastbound very quickly. So we'll put another track on it for you if you're just tuning in. And now we do have a new tornado warning because this is still showing strong signs of rotation. So let's look at this new tornado warning. Includes Bath, Menifee, Montgomery County. That's going to go until 4:45 this afternoon. Hail less than 3/4 of an inch. It's really that tornado threat. Right now, we are watching closely east of Jeffersonville. Frenchburg, you are included in this tornado warning. So that just means you need to seek that shelter immediately. Don't have a lot of time with this cell that's moving east at about 40 miles per hour. Let's in fact look at this tornado warning. It is capable again of producing that tornado. It's over Clay Lick, or 7 miles to the west of Frenchburg, moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. Still no reports coming in from law enforcement, the weather service right now coming in as seeing any tornado on the ground. But at least this is radar indicated, and you do see that it looks very strong to me on the scan here to the south and east of Jeffersonville. So over the Frenchburg area, again, get in your safe place. You want to get in your safe place also in Rothwell by 5:32. This is hitting you, Frenchburg by 5:37. And then Scranton by about 5:45. So heads up in all of these locations. Some of this rotation is heading your way, the potential for a tornado on the ground in this vicinity. So we'll zoom back out I want to put a path on this entire line as it is affecting a lot of the area moving to the east here. So if we put a track on it, we are going to be seeing it move towards Olympia by 527, Frenchburg again by 533, Pine Ridge by 542, Lakeview Heights by 545, and then Campton by about 550. So this entire line not showing any signs of weakening as of right now. In fact, you can see all the lightning again with that strong section where that tornado warning is. So a lot of heavy rain, the potential for hail, and that tornado as well. These are the threats with this thunderstorm currently. Want to reiterate that the entire area is under a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until midnight in southeastern Kentucky, 9 o'clock in the Lexington metro. So 9 o'clock in Lexington, a severe thunderstorm watch, south and east. It goes all the way until midnight. Let's once again track where these storms are going. Futurecast doing a pretty good job right now on where these storms are currently, and you see more of them really firing up with that heat and humidity and that sunshine. So this is 9 o'clock tonight, a lot of heavy rain, a lot of thunderstorms, hail, and gusty winds. And then as we advance towards the midnight hour, things start to calm on down. Looks like there is still the tornado warning in effect. Not sure if we're canceling it, expiring it. We're going to look back at that in a minute, but radar is still showing to me that we are under that tornado warning still. Yes, so tornado warning does continue for Bath, Menifee, Montgomery County until 5:45, so just over 15 minutes. We'll go back and take a look at this scan, still seeing some of that indication of the kink in the radar to the west of Frenchburg, so that's why in Frenchburg you need to be in your lowest level of your home, the safe place. Again, watch the Spectrum News app if you can, in that safe place. You can go to the live tab and check it out if you're not by your TV set. We'll go back to the velocity, still seeing that rotation there. That's why the Weather Service is continuing this tornado warning. Now this is well to the east of Jeffersonville. This is going to be heading towards the north side of Frenchburg. So in this zone, you need to be in your safe place. Not a lot of towns showing up here as it is a rather secluded area in this location. But if you know anybody in this area, they maybe don't have cable, give them a call, let them know they are under a tornado warning right now. Again, seeing some locations in the path of this storm. Sudeth at about 535, Scranton at 543, Big Woods heads up 546, and then Paragon at 552. So if you know anybody around these locations,
we don't need to tell you who we are. With over 200 employees in Lexington, you've seen us around. You probably know some of us by name. We're invested here. We create jobs, connect our schools, and essential services. We eat at the same places, shop at the same stores, many of which we are proud to call customers. We're Spectrum, your local internet, TV, and mobile provider. And we're committed to Lexington because, well, we live here too.
Here's Felipe. Everything about Felipe is fast. He throws fast. He runs fast. He even strikes out. You guessed it, fast. But one thing about Felipe that isn't fast is his driving. Because Felipe knows driving too fast endangers his life and the lives of others. Not so fast, Kentucky. Please obey the speed limit.
Not bad. Hard.
Someone's chasing you. Oh, that's not good. We need a lock on this.
Sure do.
You keep your family safe from all the things you can see. Spectrum One's advanced Wi-Fi automatically takes care of all the things you can't.
Okay, ready for the second floor?
Because if it's connected, it's protected. That's state-of-the-art security. That's Spectrum One.
Available now with Spectrum On Demand.
This is our home!
I need you to be strong. Strong-hearted.
Avatar, The Way of Water, now available.
Available.
Individuals in every community are living in recovery from mental and substance use disorders. Begin your recovery journey. Join the Voices for Recovery. Strengthen families and communities.
For confidential information on mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
As well. So that's until 5:45 too, and that includes Estill. Let's go back here. That includes Estill, Menifee, Montgomery, and Powell counties until 5:45. Severe thunderstorm warning. So within that severe thunderstorm warning, there is a tornado warning in effect too. So you see this whole line trying to form here. We'll go to the south if you're tuning in around Mount Vernon, Berea. You're seeing a downpour moving in. So all this trying to fire up into a line here currently. These sub-severe right now, but some brief heavy downpours moving in on the northwest side of Mount Vernon and moving over the Berea area right now. But all the severe weather currently is off to the east, and that's going to continue to work its way mainly south. It looks like of Moorhead. This will straddle Interstate 64. The severe threat is mainly to the south of 64 with this line. This quickly moving through eastern portions of Kentucky. So about 14 minutes with this tornado warning currently in effect. Let's go back and look, and you still see that kink north of Frenchburg coming in there. So that is that warm air being infiltrated into the storm, and sometimes you can get that kink and that rotation here. Look at all this lightning too between Jeffersonville and Frenchburg. So this is a loud storm as well. We'll go back and look at the velocity, and you can still see some of that rotation coming in on the radar scan. We'll zoom in a little bit closer towards Frenchburg. Not quite as strong, but we're still seeing that red and that green and blue close enough together, and that's why that tornado warning is still in effect. But right now, to me, not quite as strong. You can see back here, it was a little bit closer together, and now currently we're not seeing it as strong, but still seeing that rotation just to the west of Frenchburg. So if you know anybody just north and west of Frenchburg right now along 460-36, this is where some of that rotation currently is, just north of Highway 460 currently. So we just have this one tornado warning now that is in effect, and this is to the east of Mount Sterling, east of Jeffersonville. This is until 5:45, Bath, Menifee, and Montgomery counties. Lots of lightning as well. We'll look at that and see how much lightning is with this cell too. And just over 15 minutes, over almost 350 lightning strikes. So this is a dangerous cell, not only with lightning. Of course, any thunderstorm has lightning with it. That's dangerous by itself, but we're also looking at strong winds and that tornado risk too. So a lot of potential for some damage with this cell as it does quickly move on through the Frenchburg area right now. So seeing this line moving east, we'll actually put another track on it for you if you're just tuning in. If you know anybody in this vicinity, not a lot of people have cable in this area, let them know they are under these warnings and to seek shelter currently. Give them a call, give them a text. In Frenchburg, 5:37 here, another few minutes. Campton at 5:50. Moorhead, you'll see some heavier rain. I believe the severe weather threat is just to your south though. Moorhead at 5:53, and then West Liberty at about 6:08. This cell moving at about 40 miles per hour or so. Seeing some weakening possibly on the southern end of this line, but still within that tornado warning, we're seeing some very strong reds and a lot of lightning with this cell. And this thing has really held its intensity. In fact, let's go back and look at the last just 2 hours and see where the cell came from. You can see it was south of Louisville. Look how fast, and from 2 hours ago, it was from there to there. So look how far it has moved in just a couple of hours. In fact, let's put a distance calculator on here and show you how far in just 2 hours this cell has moved. You can see over 100 miles. So it's about 50 miles per hour this cell may be possibly moving. So once it moves on through, it will get out of here. But as we look to the west, we are seeing more in the way of thunderstorms that will be moving on in. So we'll go back and look to the west. Seeing more thunderstorms moving into the Louisville metro, but also back in western Kentucky too. So once again, we are tracking rounds of thunderstorms that will eventually move on through. And if you're watching in southern parts of our area, you haven't seen much as of yet. This will likely head your way because you've seen more sunshine today and you've also been drier. So that's why I believe the cells will intensify a little bit in this region and not quite as much to the north and west, but still all of us under that severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. Southeastern spots towards London, Williamsburg, Hazard, you're under that watch until midnight tonight. So let's go back and take a look at the warning here with that tornado warning in effect. And now we have a large severe thunderstorm warning as well. So let's look at that warning. That's for Menifee, Morgan, Rowan, Wolfe counties, including many more. That's until 6:15 this evening. Strong winds with this cell up to about 60 miles per hour, even 70 miles per hour, and the potential for some quarter-sized hail. So we could have some wind damage with this. Again, we've seen that to our west. Around Versailles, at least, some reports coming in that there has been reports of some trees coming down around the Versailles area. Trying to look a little bit more at some of the damage quickly here and see if there's any more damage coming in around the area. Trees snapped in Fayette County, just southwest of Lexington. 56 mile per hour wind gusts just southwest of Lexington as well. So seeing some strong winds with this off to the west. Again, for sales, trees down over roads. A power pole snapped over, looks like, Woodford County around Midway. So a lot of damage just off to the west. Lexington, again, wind gust around 60 miles per hour. So this does have the potential of still causing that wind damage over our region with numerous reports of damage around the Lexington area. Let's see if we have an update here with this tornado warning. Not seeing any updates except looks like we're issuing again that severe thunderstorm warning just off to the east. No updates with this tornado warning, so we'll go back and analyze it for you here. And you do see still that kink to the north of Frenchburg. All of this moving north and east of Frenchburg right now, at least some of that rotation until 5:45. This tornado warning, Bath, Menifee, Montgomery County. The main threat will be that tornado and also very strong winds. Let's take a look and see if we do see any hail with this. And we are seeing some indications of some hail near the Frenchburg area. So we could see hail up to maybe 1 inch in diameter. So that could cause some damage as well. So hail, wind, and that potential for that tornado, all a possibility with this. So we'll go back, look at the velocity, seeing, again, some of that rotation with this cell, looking at it very closely for you. And let's see, there may be some to the south. Some of this, this may be a false indication here to the south of Frenchburg, but we'll watch it for the next scan. And we're also watching that rotation here, again, north and east of Frenchburg. So moving fast. You're not going to see this. You don't want to look at it. You need to go in your safe place currently. It looks like we're going to continue the tornado warning until 5:45. Still, a radar indicated tornado was located over the Radlett area.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Are you an older adult looking for technology help? Maybe you just got a new tablet and don't know how to use it yet. Or maybe you're already pretty tech savvy but just want to learn more. You should check out Cyber Seniors. We're a nonprofit that gets tech savvy teens like me to help older adults like you. I earn volunteer hours and develop valuable skills, and you get free tech help. To learn more, call us at 844-217-3057 or visit us at cyberseniors.org.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for? Hey, didn't I see you on TV? What? Not yet, because you're wasting time debating. The Spectrum Reach ad portal puts our business on the best of TV and streaming. You can do it yourself right from our computer. It's easy, and we can afford it. You're me. I'm you, but wiser. The ad portal helps us grow our business. Wow, this is incredible. Wait till you make the commercial. Your future looks good.
Advertise on live TV and streaming. The future of your business will thank you. Spectrum Reach, one advertising partner and done.
Flash flooding, some ponding of water out there, so you definitely don't want to venture out in this. Of course, some blinding rainfall and very quickly, so give it about 30 minutes and it's out of our hair, at least temporarily. So let's go back down to the south and west. We'll look at some of these locations here, south and west, with some of these storms trying to fire back up. Richmond, you're seeing a break, but southern Madison County, Berea, some heavy rain, a couple of flashes of lightning there. Conway moving in, quick downpour. This is north and west of Mount Vernon. Stanford, even Danville, you're seeing some heavier rain and storms just off to your south and west. Not severe, thank goodness for that. But we are still seeing a lot of these strong storms moving east of Lexington right now. Again, we had some of those strong storms move on through earlier with some wind damage, with some power poles coming down. For sales, the Lexington, Fayette County area, seeing some of that damage over the region. So this can certainly still cause that damage as it has maintained its intensity to the east of the Lexington metropolitan area. So let's go back in. We'll take a look at this warning, at least with the velocity, and see what it's doing right now with the latest scan. And to me, still seeing it weakening just a touch. So that's good news, but don't let your guard down in these locations that I'll draw in the path of this cell. So Scranton at 547. Now we're issuing another tornado warning, the National Weather Service, for Bath, Menifee, Rowan, and Morgan County until 6 o'clock. It was located over Ratlet or near Frenchburg, moving east at 40. So continuing this tornado warning just because there is still some of that indication of some of that rotation here to the north and east of the Frenchburg area. So still watching some of that, and that's why there is this new warning in effect. In fact, let's take a look at that until 6 o'clock, Bath, Menifee, Morgan, and Rowan counties. Frenchburg seeing the torrential rain, blinding rainfall, lots and lots of lightning with this, and there's still that pesky kink we have been talking about over the last 30 minutes or so. Still seeing some of that inflow, that warm, humid air coming into this cell. Still seeing some of that rotation with this cell as well. So we've seen this move from Jeffersonville over the last 15-20 minutes over Frenchburg, and now it's moving north and east of Frenchburg. Hail, not the main concern with this. It's that potential of a tornado and also some gusty winds upwards of 70 miles per hour possible. So once again, looking at some of the rotation, we are still seeing it. Again, not quite as defined here as of earlier, but still seeing some slight rotation here in this vicinity east of Frenchburg. Some strong gusty winds a possibility with this cell as well as it does move on through. So we can see winds here 58, 60 miles per hour. Now out of the question with this cell, again, upwards of 70 is a possibility. So still watching that rotation very, very closely here. We'll be with you here on Spectrum News 1, of course, until this tornado warning is dropped. We're not going to go away. We're going to keep you safe ahead of the storm. Again, not a lot of people have cable in this vicinity, so maybe you know you have a loved one if you're watching in Lexington. If you're watching in Richmond, you know somebody that lives a little bit farther east than you, give them a heads up that they are under this tornado warning right now. Give them a text, give them a call. This is north and west of West Liberty. This is to the south of Moorhead, but the entire area under that severe thunderstorm warning, with winds that could easily gust upwards of about 70 miles per hour and the potential for some quarter-size hail too. So some of the locations, Breathitt, also Menifee, Morgan, and Wolfe counties until 6:15, a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for you. So a lot of heavy rain, strong winds moving through the eastern portions of the Commonwealth right now. Excuse me. We'll go south and west towards Conway again. Take a look at the latest update showing you some heavy rain moving quickly into your vicinity. Not tracking any severe weather at the moment, but of course some lightning strikes with this. This is east of Crab Orchard, just to the north of you in Mount Vernon, crossing the interstate of 75. Berea on the north side of town, we're seeing that heavy rain. Not a lot of lightning with this cell, but some torrential rainfall for you. And we'll go north if you are watching in Richmond, in the clear at least of right now, but southern Madison County, we're seeing the heavier pockets of rain. In Lexington, some light rainfall around Versailles, a couple of sprinkles. That is it currently. Fayette County, we're in the clear currently, but if we go back to the west, again, we are watching some of these cells trying to pop up in western Kentucky along the Ohio River, and those still have to come through here later on this evening into tonight. So even though these storms have passed, we're not going to be done and out of the woods until about 11 o'clock midnight tonight, when all of this moves down to the south and east of our region. So still ways to go this evening, but still watching this strong line. You can see that bow echo shape, that backward C kind of shape, and that's why we're talking about those straight line winds being a possibility with this as well. So this is likely going to topple over some trees, maybe some power lines, could have some power outages with this system as it moves through. Moorhead, don't want to forget about you. We're looking at some heavy rain moving in. Also some strong gusty winds here right along Interstate 64. Moving into Moorhead right now, seeing that. But it's just to your south where we have that tornado warning up just to the west of Wrigley, east of Frenchburg. Still seeing some of that rotation, that kink there in that cell. So still seeing that warning that goes until 6 o'clock this evening. That includes Bath, Menifee, Morgan, and also Rowan counties. So if you're watching in this area, if you just tuned in, you definitely need to be in your lowest level of your home, your safe place. You need to be in that lowest level just because you don't want to be in the upper level in case some debris, your roof gets lifted off, and that may, of course, injure yourself. So you need to be in that lowest level, an interior structure, maybe a bathroom, a closet, if you're watching in these locations. So watching this very closely. Again, if you know anybody, not a lot of people live out this way. A lot of people don't have cable service out this way, so maybe you have a loved one. Give them a call and let them know that they are under this warning and keep them safe. Let's once again put a track on this for you as this moves very quickly now to Wrigley at about 6 o'clock this evening. Spanglin at 6:05, Sandy Hook at 6:15, relief about 6:22. So hopefully we'll get some relief if this thing does start to weaken a little bit. So that's hopefully the good news out of this. Not seeing quite as much strong rotation with this, but still we're looking at a little bit of that here just to the east of Frenchburg. So still seeing some of that weak rotation here, hence the tornado warning does continue until 6 o'clock. So about 12 minutes to go with this tornado warning. We'll see what the Weather Service ends up doing with this as this does continue. So the tornado warning expires for Bath, Menifee County. There's some good news for you. Tornado warning has expired in Bath and Menifee County, but still have this one warning that does continue, looks like for Morgan and Rowan counties here. So still tracking that kink, that pesky kink that does not want to go away here.
I am blind, but I need not see. I know this road is there for me.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible. If
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We're back with our final question. What do businesses need to successfully advertise to the right customers?
We need to connect with consumers on any screen.
Yes. Results you can measure.
The best data for the right media plan.
Flyers on every car and every hand.
I can't decide.
You don't have to decide. Spectrum Reach gives you everything you need to reach the right audience no matter what, where, or how they're watching.
Spectrum Reach, one advertising partner and done.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a midnight snack run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Possible, and also some large hail. So if you're watching in Moorhead to Liberty, West Liberty rather, you need to be in that safe place just in case. Of course, I'll break into programming if we do have any more severe weather moving on through, any more warnings, any additional updates. So we'll go back to programming and we'll go back to your weather on the ones.